I'm about to tell you why I've been lying to myself about money for years and how 8 simple numbers on a spreadsheet completely changed everything. It's January 1st, and you're sitting there making the same promise you made last year, and the year before that, and probably the year before that too. You're going to save more money this time. You're going to stop those impulse purchases. You're going to finally get your finances under control. You feel that familiar surge of motivation, that electric hope that maybe, just maybe, this year will be different. Then February arrives. March passes. By April, that resolution is just a distant memory, buried under unexpected expenses, forgotten subscriptions, and that convincing voice in your head saying, "Just this once won't hurt." Sound familiar? You're not alone. Actually, you're part of the overwhelming majority. But here's what changed for me this year, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it transformed everything about how I see money, how I handle it, and how I sleep at night. The answer wasn't motivation, it wasn't willpower, it wasn't some secret investment strategy or get-rich-quick scheme. It was something far simpler and far more powerful. I started listening to my numbers. The one resolution touching every soul every year, whether we admit it or not, is money. We all make resolutions about it. Sometimes it's about saving for that emergency fund we know we desperately need. Sometimes it's about spending more wisely, cutting out the waste, being more intentional with every dollar. Sometimes the resolution is to earn more, to finally ask for that raise, to start that side hustle we've been thinking about for months. Other times it's about investing, putting our money to work instead of letting it sit idle and lose value to inflation. Each promise carries real excitement when we make it. There's a genuine spark of hope that bubbles up inside us, a feeling that maybe, just maybe, things could finally fall into place. We imagine what life would look like without the constant money stress, without checking our bank balance with anxiety, without that sinking feeling when an unexpected bill arrives. As an accountant, I have a rich and sometimes painful experience with money. Not just other people's money, which I deal with professionally every single day, but my own. And here's the ironic truth that took me years to accept. Being good with other people's money doesn't automatically mean you're good with your own. The cobbler's children have no shoes, as they say. There are times when I've resolved to manage my money better. Times when I've set up beautiful budgets and detailed spreadsheets. Sometimes I succeeded and fell on top of the world. But most times, if I'm being brutally honest, I fell short. I made excuses. I justified purchases. I told myself I'd get back on track next month. Sound familiar? Money is scarce for most of us. It's a fleeting visitor that constantly tests our patience and perseverance. It arrives with one paycheck and seems to evaporate before the next one comes. Its sweetness is absolutely richest when earned with genuine effort, with work that pushed you, challenged you, made you grow. Each coin becomes a testament to sweat, focus, and grit. Hard-earned money carries a special kind of dignity that lottery winnings or inherited wealth never quite captures. It whispers stories of battles fought, risks taken, and mornings that began before the rest of the world woke up. When you've worked 10-hour days to earn something, you think twice before throwing it away on something meaningless. When you've sacrificed time with family to build your career, every dollar represents not just money, but life energy you can never get back. That changes how you see it, how you value it, how you protect it. This year, I realized something profound. The one resolution that must touch every soul, regardless of where you are financially, is about money. Whether you have plenty in the bank or nothing at all, whether you're drowning in debt or building wealth, you need a clear decision about how you earn it, how you manage it, how you respect it, and how you make it work for you instead of constantly working for it. This isn't about becoming obsessed with money or letting it define your worth as a human being. It's about recognizing that money is a tool, and like any tool, it works better when you understand how to use it properly. You wouldn't try to build a house without learning how to use a hammer. So why do we think we can build a life without learning how to use money? This is a silent, deeply personal resolution. It's carried quietly in the heart, not shouted from social media. Spoken only to yourself in moments of honest reflection. It asks for no applause from others. It demands no audience or validation. It's a promise whispered in the stillness of early mornings when you're alone with your thoughts and your fears and your hopes. This resolution is felt in the pause before a major financial decision. That moment when you stop and ask yourself if this is really what you want, what you need, what serves your future. It's alive in every choice you make throughout your day. The choice to pack lunch instead of ordering out. The choice to invest an hour learning about personal finance instead of scrolling mindlessly. The choice to say no to social pressure when friends suggest expensive plans you can't afford. It shapes your actions in ways big and small. It guides your steps towards stability or away from chaos. It moves with the rhythm of your daily grind, becoming part of who you are rather than something you force yourself to do. I know from years of working with numbers professionally that every wise decision has numbers at its back. And here's what I've learned. Numbers are genuinely beautiful when they talk about money. They're not boring or intimidating once you understand them. They're revealing, powerful, honest. Numbers tell the truth when everyone else is lying or sugarcoating reality. They reveal what actually works and what doesn't, cutting through all the financial advice noise and showing you the real results. They reward discipline with compound growth and multiplying returns. They punish carelessness with fees, penalties, and missed opportunities that cost you far more than you realize. In resolutions about money, numbers become your guide and compass. They turn vague promises into concrete plans. Plans into specific actions. Actions into measurable results you can track and improve. Numbers do not lie to make you feel better. They don't tell you what you want to hear. They are the quiet, steady heartbeat behind every financial goal worth achieving. This year, I made a commitment that changed everything. I decided to take real control of my money by listening to what my numbers were telling me. And I want to share with you the 8 principles that emerged from this journey, the framework that turned my financial chaos into something I'm genuinely proud of. First, make a plan and stick to it. Not a vague intention, but a real financial plan with actual numbers attached. How much do you need to earn? How much will you save? What percentage goes to different goals? Write it down. Make it specific. A budget isn't a restriction. It's permission to spend guilt-free within boundaries you've set. And then, this is the critical part, follow it consistently. Plans don't work if they live only in your head or sit forgotten in a drawer. Second, track and understand your money flow. Know exactly where your money comes from, where it goes each month, and where it rests when you're not actively using it. Most people have no idea. They know roughly what they earn, but the expenses are a blur of transactions they can't quite account for. Install an app, use a spreadsheet, whatever works for you, but track every single dollar for at least 1 month. The awareness alone will change your behavior. You'll be shocked at where money disappears. Third, commit seriously to your numbers. Treat your financial data with the respect it deserves. Look at your accounts regularly, not just when you're forced to. Take care of contingencies by building an emergency fund before you do anything else. Most financial stress comes from unexpected events that aren't really unexpected. Cars break down, people get sick, jobs end. If you have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved, these events become inconveniences instead of catastrophes. Fourth, respect the process and timeline. This is where most people fail. They want immediate results. They want to go from broke to wealthy in 6 months. But wealth building is almost always slow. Patience and steady action are what turns small beginnings into bold results that compound over years and decades. The person who saves a little every month for 30 years will beat the person who tries to save a lot for 3 months and then gives up. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Fifth, show up and deliver every single day. Take meaningful action daily, even if it's small. Provide value in your work so you can earn more. Honor your financial commitments to yourself and others. And critically, review regularly how the process is going. Are you on track? What's working? What needs adjustment? Monthly reviews are essential. They keep you accountable and allow you to course correct before small problems become big ones. Sixth, be resilient and willing to adapt. You will face setbacks. Guaranteed. The economy will shift. Unexpected expenses will hit. Investments will lose value temporarily. Jobs will change. Accept this as part of the journey, not a sign of failure. Learn to adjust your plan without abandoning your principles. Sometimes you need to abandon a strategy that isn't working, learn from what went wrong, and keep moving forward with new knowledge and experience. Seventh, control your money without fear or anxiety. When you understand your numbers and have systems in place, confident and informed decisions replace panic and desperate guesswork. You stop making emotional choices when you're scared. You stop avoiding your bank account because you're afraid to look. You sleep better. You stress less. You feel in control instead of controlled. Eighth, don't be afraid to seek expert guidance. Reach out to trusted financial advisors, accountants, mentors who've achieved what you want to achieve. Learn from people who know more than you. Work smarter by leveraging other people's expertise and experience. None of us can figure everything out alone. The most successful people are the ones who ask for help strategically. Here's the profound truth I've discovered. Small, consistent steps following these principles turn empty promises into actual results. They turn financial chaos into genuine confidence. They turn hard work and effort into lasting financial freedom that changes everything about how you live. This isn't magic. It's not a trick. It's simply the power of numbers and discipline working together over time. It's the compound effect of making slightly better choices repeatedly until those choices become who you are. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and I genuinely wish you a wonderful, prosperous year ahead. If your numbers start smiling this year because you implemented even a few of these principles, why not share that joy? Seriously. Reach out, grab a virtual cup of coffee with me. Let's celebrate the success together. One sip, one smile, one prosperous moment at a time. Because when your numbers finally tell a story you're proud of, when you look at your financial dashboard and feel pride instead of shame, when you realize you've built something real and sustainable, that feeling is worth sharing. It's worth celebrating. And it's worth helping others discover too. Your financial transformation starts with a simple decision: to listen to your numbers this year, to let them guide you, to trust the process, to show up consistently. Make that decision today. Your future self is already grateful you did.